Picture this. You sit down to play a game with your friends or your family. You start off by winning. You're feeling good and you're liking the vibe. But maybe you start losing, and depending on which game, you're losing over and over again. You start making sly remarks and jokes about the other players. Maybe they're teaming, cheating, or ganging up on you. You are progressively getting more upset, though, and triggered by the people around you. Now, you're very upset. You start raising your voice, almost yelling, making angry remarks at the players, and all that. After more losses, you get so mad, you yell and rage quit because this game is dumb and everyone is out to get you. So, what just happened? Why did you just get so angry? It's just a game, right? Why get so mad over something that just doesn't matter? Well, let me explain why. I'll start with this. This is not a hypothetical scenario. I have done this exact thing countless of times. Quitting family games because I'm too angry and I start insulting others to make myself feel better. And let me tell you, the next day, I'm always feeling terrible about the way I treated the people that I was angry at. But I would rarely apologize because I didn't want to admit that I was wrong. This would happen a lot while I played, especially Super Smash Bros. With my family. As soon as I start losing, I just get this rage inside of me. But I try not to get upset, but it just keeps building, and that's when I start hurling insults at people. Mainly my brother. Me and him are pretty even in the game, and I'm always trying to beat him. And when I don't, it's everyone else's issue. Even when I don't publicly display my anger, I'm just miserable to play with. I'll go nonverbal, because I don't want to say anything wrong, but literally always, I will end up crashing out because my brother beat me. Man, that sounds like a horrible way to spend time with your family, right? They're just trying to have fun, and I'm ruining it. So, why do I get so mad? That's the question I asked myself so many times. One day, it finally clicked with me. For context, I'm a pretty fat guy. I've struggled with a positive image of myself for my whole life. And at 19, I don't have very many tangible skills, and especially not as many as the people around me. I feel insignificant, and video games are the way I chill out. So, I'm the fat gamer guy. I should be good at video games. If anyone should be the best in my group, it should be me. Because if I'm not good at games, what else do I have? I have no identity in anything else. So when my brother, who is not fat and doesn't play as much as me, beats me, I get so angry because he's destroying my identity. But that got me thinking, my identity shouldn't be so easy to destroy. What am I doing wrong? I can't keep living like this, in anger. In the Bible, in 2 Corinthians 3:4-5, it says, "Such confidence we have through Christ before God. Not that we are competent in ourselves to claim anything for ourselves, but our competence comes from God." So I realized, if my identity is in video games, I've misplaced my identity. My identity ought to be in Christ. Christ is the only firm foundation that I can rely on. Anything else I try to put my identity in will fail. Literally anything. Whether it be my job, my music taste, my figure, or my looks, games, any of my abilities, no matter what, if I place my identity in worldly things like that, then my identity will always come crashing down. And I will be mad if someone is better than me in anything, because hey, how dare you be better at something that is my whole personality? So, that's the why. Why did I get so angry? That's the why. But how do you stop getting so angry? Well, this is what worked for me. Let's start with consistent reading of the Bible. And second, let's start praying consistently. I started praying for a heart that follows the Lord, and I started placing my identity in who I am in Christ. Slowly, I started to accept that, hey, maybe I'm not the best gamer. I'm not as good as my brother, but that doesn't matter because it is just a game, and that's not my identity. And once you start viewing it as truly just a game, that's when you can finally have good fun with your brother and family without being an emotional, angry mess. And I won't lie, it's not easy, because I do want to win and I find myself slipping back into my old ways and getting angry again. But bring it to God in prayer, don't let that anger stay inside of your heart, and don't let it grow. Anger like that is a sin, and sin dies in the light, so always bring it to the light where it cannot exist. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This was my first video. You could probably tell it's not very edited, not very good, but that's fine. What was really actually the hardest part was beating that boss in Silksong. I made the script for this video. As you can probably tell, it was scripted. And man, I spent 45 minutes trying to beat that boss. See, this is only the 5 minutes of me going back and forth. I have 45 minutes of recording of me just dying over and over. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.